fuck a gorilla.
Wait, what? You did what?
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 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Mark. God. Okay.
Well, I'm one of your hosts, Chandran. Find me on Twitter at moonsgift, because I'm going to plug that Twitter every single time.
Mhm.
I got 2 followers on the last episode.
No
Nice.
fucking way.
Did you get any, Greg?
Oh yeah, goes crazy.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
damn.
Nobody likes me.
That's sad.
I also didn't do a good job of promoting myself as even part of the fucking podcast.
I don't know. I put it in the episode description, but yeah, no, that's Greg is at G_Mateo2, right?
Yeah, you can also reach me on my new Etsy shop where I sell the latest trends just to make a couple bucks so I don't wind up in the poorhouse. Or you can meet me on Coinbase and trade me 100 Shiba Inu coin for a picture of my left testicle.
All right. Yeah, do one of those things. I definitely do one of those things.
He gets the nut pics, guys.
Yeah. All right. So a lot has happened in the world of chimpanzees and primates since we last
It's been
spoke.
a crazy couple of weeks.
Been
huh?
a-
In a week and a half.
It's been a wild week and a half. Well, I guess it's been 2.5 weeks actually, because the first one was like
Groundbreaking stuff.
October 17th. It's like October 27th now. Oh god, now I gotta put this.
That's a week and a half. That's 10 days.
Oh shit. Wait. Oh god, you're right. Oh, I'm horrible at math. Okay, hold on. Look, I went into primates. I failed like calculus 1.
I took every math in high school and college 2 times to pass.
That, you know what,
That's not a joke.
I understand that completely. I took calculus 1 once, and then I changed my major immediately so I didn't have to take it.
I aced applied statistics though. Oh,
I
know
went
what that
all the way.
means.
I went all the way through to calculus 2. I passed calculus 2, and then only did I switch to English.
Oh, nice. So you just tortured yourself for no reason.
For absolutely no reason.
Now you can count all those sales of that book you're not going to sell as an English major.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
That's rough.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ow.
Hey man, I got a fucking political science degree, so
Yeah,
I now you all know
throwing
what I'm
stones from glass houses and such. All right, so
That's actually the news about chimpanzees. They learned how to build glass houses, and they're throwing their shit at each other.
yeah,
It's
no, they
horrible
they
mess.
understand the basics of architecture, but they don't understand the consequences of their architecture.
their actions.
They don't understand the
No,
consequences of their actions, just in
I
general.
kind of want to address something from our small but I guess loyal fan base after one episode.
Oh god.
I would like to ask. I'm reading the questions you guys sent in, so you know I don't want to lose any subscribers, but
Oh
you
no.
guys fucking stupid. Are you stupid? Are you all stupid? Do you wake up in the morning and you go, "Could Winston the gorilla from Overwatch happen in real life?" What do you think? What do you think? Use your head.
Hey, come
Use your
on.
head. Use that thing between your shoulders.
It's got a spoiler for some of the
Yeah,
questions you
no,
got
we can't
today.
spoil the questions.
Spoiler alert. It can happen. It can happen anywhere. Okay? God.
Well, I don't know. I'll address that when we get to it. Because
Okay,
I might have a
okay.
different opinion. But to start out, I think we should talk about the news.
Wait,
of...
I'm reading another one and it's funny. Okay, keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. In recent news, leprosy has been identified in wild chimpanzees for the first time. The disease was previously unknown in wild, non-human primates, which this is true. There's been a couple of other animals who have contracted leprosy in the past, but they've all been in captivity in close proximity to somebody who had leprosy. So the fact that chimpanzees, especially, who are endangered, are getting this disease in the wild now is extremely worrying. The fact is, I don't think, it didn't just come out of nowhere. Leprosy is a very human disease, to my knowledge, and it's pretty obvious by now that chimpanzees are in more close proximity to human civilization now than they were. In other words, we are encroaching upon their habitat and environment. So all the articles, like, just to play it safe, say, hey, we don't know where the chimps got this leprosy, but just for the record, we absolutely gave chimps leprosy. Like, this is definitely our fault. So leprosy is caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. I don't know how to... I'm not good at
Can you
pronouncing
share
it.
this fucking article with me? I know I didn't do the pre-reading at all. It's just for everybody at home is listening. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh, yeah, so chimps have leprosy now. Did I thought I mentioned that.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did mention that, but is there like an article you're reading this out of so that I can
Yeah, I can send
read
it to
along
you really
like
quick.
a 4-year-old?
Yeah.
Did you send this to us already once?
I don't know, but either way,
Probably.
You can just Google it too. But we both sent it at the same time, so. But yeah, no.
Look at this leper monkey.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up.
That's depressing.
Mycobacterium leprae. It can survive outside of the human body for, like, some sources say 46 days, some say up to 8 months. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that someone with leprosy passed through a chimp area and the bacteria got on something that the chimps ate, used, were in proximity to for a long period of time, etc. I'm not blaming people with leprosy. I mean, that's like maybe the lowest I could possibly punch, but I think it is just a result of humans in general, like, sort of encroaching upon
destruction of habitat.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, like, again, you can't just, like, be like, oh, those fucking people with leprosy, this is all their fault.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, okay. But, yeah,
I'm gonna say something really based, alright, boys?
Oh, God.
Lepers should live in communes outside of town.
I think they already do that, to be honest. I don't think it's their choice, though.
Yeah, this is like in Africa, so.
Yeah, no, this is, oh, geez, where is it?
The Ivory Coast.
The Ivory Coast. So, yeah, I mean, it's...
Côte d'Ivoire.
I mean, the social situation is a bit different over there, but generally speaking, it's safe to say that humans are the cause of this, and it is pretty dangerous for the chimps. That being said, you have to kind of be in close proximity to another organism with leprosy in order to actually contract leprosy. So it really seems like a sort of thing that would mostly affect individual chimp social groups, but chimps are endangered, and if this continued to spread, it could have pretty disastrous effects on the chimp population. But as of right now, I believe the primatological, ecological, whatever community is just monitoring this very closely, which is pretty much all they can do, because to my knowledge, we have not cured leprosy.
I thought there was a cure for leprosy.
Is there?
Yeah, I think there's a cure for leprosy.
I have no idea.
It's a couple of antibiotics.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's bacteria, then.
Can be cured in 6 to 12 months with multi-drug therapy.
Well, the only problem with that is, how are you going to give how are you going to give antibiotics to a chimp regularly in the wild for 6 to 12 months? So again,
are there other, like, human diseases that chimps have caught in the past?
Oh yeah, zoonotic disease transfer is absolutely a huge thing. For example, there was one population of chimps that was sort of frequented by chimpanzee tours. There's this sort of phenomenon where people will pay money to go on a tour through, like, a particularly safe area in, like, Tanzania or something, where they're not going to get, like, ambushed by 10,000 chimps or something. But one person had the common cold and spread it to one of the chimps, and it wiped out 80% of the population in that area.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, chimps in captivity are a bit different. Like, they've been exposed to human bacteria all their lives, so it's not going to kill them instantly, but wild chimps who have never had the cold, it will just like straight up kill them. And same is true of the flu and obviously COVID-19, which is hasn't happened yet that I know of outside of captivity, but if it did, it would be bad, to say the least.
Okay. Oh, so chimps already have caught COVID in captivity?
I believe so. I mean, I know the Atlanta Zoo, I think 8
Tigers
gorillas caught COVID-19, and then the veterinarian treating them caught COVID from the gorillas. So it goes back and forth. Like, people can catch diseases from primates, and primates can catch diseases from...
Are chimps at risk of COVID-19? Let's
Yes.
read this. Understanding the source, blah, 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 blah.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes, for the
No,
record.
no, no. I'm scrolling
Oh.
through the article. Nah. Well, probably, but you know.
In the wild, probably not
What are
as
we gonna
much,
do?
but...
Yeah.
Primates
in
like
captivity.
lemurs, who are more distantly related to humans, don't catch nearly as much of our diseases, but things like tuberculosis can still be spread between like pretty much all primates and really a lot of other animals too.
Gotcha.
Wait, did you just say armadillos have COVID, have leprosy, or did I imagine that?
I
just fucking
didn't
imagine that. I
Yeah,
think.
you definitely imagined that or read it somewhere, but it is true because armadillos have been
Armadillos.
observed to get leprosy when in contact for extended periods of times with humans who
Did you
have
just
leprosy.
read that on the article you're reading right now?
No, it's
And then-
actually a TikTok.
You saw it on TikTok. Why is this on? Well, okay. I mean, I guess that's fair.
Well, 'cause you know, there's that armadillos keep digging little holes in my backyard. Y'all never see those?
I've
Yeah, I
never
have seen
seen
that
that in my
audio a
life.
few
I'm
times.
not on
Yeah,
TikTok.
armadillos carry
it's-
leprosy, so you can't touch them.
Yeah, there's like I've seen like 2 of them because
Like
Yeah.
you've seen like 2
I'm not
armadillos? I was like, 'cause I've seen
No, I've
like
seen 2 TikToks with that audio.
I see like 2 a week here. Utah's
Nice.
crazy.
Like the only 2 other
Like I
animals
see
I
them
know that
outside.
like have been observed to catch leprosy are mangabees and armadillos, and the mangabees only got them in captivity. And
Excuse me.
oh yeah,
What's a mangabee?
oh it's a type of monkey.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sooty mangabee. It's also in the same geographical area as chimps, so I thought maybe that could have been it, but the only mangabees that have leprosy have been in captivity, so either way it would be humans' fault, but
I bet we could convince the chimps to take the 6 to 12 months of antibiotics if we promised them some manga bussy at the end of it.
oh, son of a bitch. Dang,
Here we are.
If I had a hat, I would like toss it to the ground and start stomping on it like Yosemite Sam right now.
They,
So how dangerous is this case of leprosy in these chimps, like the spreading further through like Ivory Coast and Africa in general?
I think this is something that's just gonna have to be monitored, but they have found a couple of dead chimps already where like their hands have fused together from like just skin deformations from leprosy. Like they have like crab claw hands now, and some chimps I think are being born with these defects because their mothers have leprosy. But yeah, in terms of how much it's going to spread, again, that would just be speculation, and it's something that's going to have to just be monitored. But I guess the sad thing is that the antibiotics, I don't know how we would get those to the chimps unless we like loaded them in a dart gun and started like shooting chimps every day. But I feel like they would get kind of
Sign
pissed
me
off
up.
at us. I'm pretty sure that's how they vaccinate rhinos. They just get like dart guns because rhinos don't really like. They've got pretty thick
People?
skin, so you can just sort of shoot
literally
them.
and figuratively.
oh, I thought they were like, no more fucking rhinos. Oh, that's a white rhino. Isn't the last white rhino dead now or something?
I don't know. There's a lot of.
His name was
extinct
Sudan. I remember that.
Yeah. I think there's.
We're not a rhino podcast.
Yeah, this is
here.
not a rhino
Chimp
podcast. Let's
podcast.
change the subject.
Okay. Can I ask a scientific question? Because I am genuinely interested.
Mhm.
How do chimpanzees give birth?
The same way that humans do.
Oh my god, shut up. I know that. But like, Does it take as long as it takes for a person to come out? Like they're in labor for like hours,
Um,
or is it like a dog where they like kind of just pop them out?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen a chimp give birth, but
Get on that.
I'll be sure to get on that
Report
as
it
soon
for
as
us.
possible. But I'm pretty sure it's. I mean, there's a bit of a difference because chimps and other non-human primates generally keep their babies in the womb to develop longer, and their babies come out like swinging, ready to cling onto shit, and
Little top hat, little cane,
yeah,
little dance.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
so I think they're bigger. So I'm not, I'm honestly not sure. That's an interesting question, but I'm pretty sure it's roughly the same amount of time and effort. It's obviously not as easy as it is a dog, but they do come out more like developmentally formed, and they can immediately like cling to their mother for safety. They're not helpless little worm things like human infants are. They do come
Okay.
out with a pretty decent amount of hair too, I think. So it's again, I think it's I can Google this right now. How long is a chimp in labor? Let's see. Though there are cases in which labor was exceptionally long, a mean duration of about 2 hours seems to be typical for great apes.
That's a long time with no morphine. Damn.
Yeah. But,
Couldn't be me.
yeah, I guess it literally
Yeah,
couldn't
I
be you.
guess
Could not be me. I'm built different.
Quite literally.
Alright.
Just as an aside, have you guys ever taken one of those DNA tests? This is going somewhere, I promise.
Like an Ancestry.com test?
yeah, like a
or something?
23andMe test or like
I haven't. My mom has, but
okay.
I've wanted to, but,
Okay.
I want to, but I don't trust
Well,
the
I
government.
took it.
Or
and
capitalism.
I took it, and I'll have you all know that I have more Neanderthal DNA than 95% of living people.
yeah. So, yeah, no, I think
I could
that's...
tell. You definitely have the brow.
I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm getting on a plane.
I think it's a white
A
person
hallmark
thing.
of being Southern Italian.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean
Goodbye, that part of our viewership.
the theory for that, I believe, is Neanderthals didn't really go extinct in the way that we think they did. Rather, they just mingled among humans and sort of phased into our DNA genome, I guess. So it's really less of them going
pretty
extinct
dope.
and more them reproducing with humans until they were basically humans.
Let's go. Let's go.
So you're not a freak of
I'm
nature.
a Cro-Magnon man.
Neanderthals actually had way bigger brains than us, but I think the brains were less like densely wrinkled. They had smoother.
I thought they
brains.
just didn't have like the capacity for certain things.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think they were close enough to humans to reproduce with us, so they weren't like that different from us, all things considered.
Oh, they were more handsome for sure. Have you seen me?
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, just like all right, not even
Yeah,
laying
really. We're going on a tangent that's nothing to do with apes.
No, so the other thing before we get to comments is the guy who's eating fucking chimp food.
Yeah. So this guy on the 4chan fitness board.
Yeah, I can read this. I can read this post out because it's so fucking funny. It's the guy on 4chan who's eating primate supplement, like food, like nutritional blocks, basically. I use the primate growth and reproduction biscuit as that's specifically formulated for male great apes to get large and fuck. So I figure it's closest to what I want. It's also around $1 per pound, which makes chicken look expensive by comparison. If you've never been on the Fit 4chan boards, doling out your food by dollar per pound is, I think, one of their favorite pastimes.
Well, I mean, how are you gonna be the perfect griper if you don't save your money?
Be warned, they are pretty flavorless and hard to chew. Soak them in water, dab some hot sauce on them, and enjoy. I love the only other things this guy eats is they serve my basic nutrition. I fill out the rest of my meals with eggs, milk, and hot dog meat.
Just the fucking
I
like
don't. I
disgusting
understand all of
human
them
being.
until that. I could even like accept the gorilla pellets. Like I could accept that. It's just the only other thing with protein in it that you're eating is hot dogs.
It's just hot dog meat, no buns, just straight hot dog meat.
He doesn't even say hot dogs. He says hot dog meat. Like he's eating something that's different, that's specifically
He's
different from
basically
hot dogs.
eating potted meat from a can.
He's just eating like spam like a fucking survivalist.
Spam is good.
I'm not eating spam.
should
I
try it.
have eaten gorilla food. I have eaten this gorilla food, but I'm not eating spam.
Wait, you've eaten gorilla food?
I have eaten
Uh-huh.
I have eaten the Missouri primate chow biscuits yet.
Wait, you bought the biscuit?
No, I ate them at work.
And nobody looked at you like you were out of your fucking mind?
No, one of
Everybody
one of
do
my
it?
older coworkers like dared me to do it, so I was like, all right, I'm not a pussy, I'll do it. And
Perfect opportunity for the pod.
I was like, I was chewing it, and like another like intern was like, "Is he fucking eating that? What is he doing? Is he eating that? What's wrong with him?" And I think
You just looked them right in the eye and go, "You have no idea the content I'm gonna create from this."
yeah, no, this is gonna be insanely good content. Okay,
How did it taste?
so when you first bite into it, there's some notes of dog food and like pure plant ash.
Uh-huh.
As you continue chewing, you are overwhelmed by the texture of like how dry it is and how flavorless it is. Like it tastes like nothing for a good like 10 seconds of chewing. And as you're swallowing it, you sort of like catch some aftertaste of cornflakes, which is it would be the most pleasant part if it wasn't so confusing. But
Man, I love cornflakes.
yeah, no, it's really. I also ate a particularly burnt piece of chow. So
They keep me from jacking off.
Do they come pre-cooked or do you cook them yourselves?
oh, you don't cook
Gorillas
them.
don't eat cooked food.
Yeah, so it's basically literally like dog food. It's just like this
Okay.
this mismatch of like brown
Soy.
like substance nutrient paste just smashed into this circular pellet form. And I mean it's basically Soylent Chimp, if I had to describe it. Like it's nutritionally complete.
Did you walk up to like the glass or the fence and then eat it in front of them to piss them off?
No, but I mean it's actually really surprising. As horrible, I mean not horrible, but as gross and flavorless as it is, the chimps love it. Like you can throw some celery, some fresh oranges, even some bananas, and they'll just be like ooh, 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 ooh. You know, just
chimps
regular
actually eat
chimp
bananas?
noises. But you come out with like the palate of chimpanzee chow, and they're just fucking screaming, beating each other over the head, trying to get first in line to grab their food. Like I don't know what it is about this shit, but they love it.
Do they line up like little kids?
Well, they're not usually as polite, but they do line up, and they like
No fucking way.
sometimes if they're impatient, they'll try to like grab it from other people, or they'll just like stick their hand out in front of another one. And some of the nicer chimps like take it, but some of the more assertive chimps will just like scream and punch them in the face if they're too greedy about their food.
So here's the deal. Now that you've
Here's the
become
rub.
the chimp soy boy,
Uh-huh.
did you need to eat again after that? Aren't they like 2,500 calories each?
No, they are not 2,500 calories each. So I will explain something here. We have to give the chimps about. We have to meet their. So we supplement their diet with the chimp chow. So we don't give them a lot. We don't give them their entire like day's worth of calorie intake just in chimp chow. We give them about 100 something grams, depending on their weight and gender, or sex rather.
Oh, okay. Chimps can't have gender now?
It doesn't.
Pretty fucked up, buddy.
I don't think the concept translates as well. But anyways,
Oh,
we divide it based on weight and sex, and They get about like 100-something grams, and then we fill out the rest of their calories with fruit and vegetables, basically, because most sanctuaries and zoos do only vegan diets, which these pellets are entirely vegan. It's all plant protein. But if you were a human, say you're the average adult human male, and you're 170 pounds and like 5'10" or something like that, and you need
manlet. Okay.
See, look, I don't know. I'm doing like the average American
Okay,
male.
imagine if I was tiny. All right, go on.
Listen, it's taller than me. I'm cutting that out of the recording.
Leave that in.
Leave it in.
Leave it in. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep referencing it if you try to cut it out. I'm gonna put it in the middle of my sentences. I'm gonna be like, so anyway, we're talking about gorillas and Jim Chow, and Austin's 5'10", and then anyway.
I'm not even 5'10" is the thing, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's 5'7".
Well, a little. I'm over 5'7". I'm gonna keep making you get.
Yeah.
No, okay. I'm gonna
He's
continue rather
5'7".
than letting you guess.
Don't shoot yourself on the foot. Just say
Yeah.
you're over 5'7", please.
Continuing on, if an adult human male, 170 pounds, 5'10", something like that, let's say they need 2,600 calories a day, they would have to consume 909 grams of chow, which is almost a kilogram, which I don't remember what that is in pounds because I'm an American.
It's like 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, so you'd have to eat a lot. I would obviously split it up between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but that's about how much you would need if you were only eating chimp chow and not supplementing it with hot dog meat.
Oh my God! Wait, how much chimp pellets is this 4chan man eating?
Yeah.
He didn't specify how much he was eating because he's not a
human being.
He's a fucking freak who's doing this for gains. Yeah.
I'm assuming he didn't reference a nutritionist to complete this chimp chow diet, but I did.
Do you think he's like getting jacked?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know if I posted this, but he actually posted a picture of his gains.
No, I'm looking at that breakdown now.
He posted a picture of his gains, and he's actually.
I didn't see that.
He's kind of big.
I'm looking at the breakdown from the nutritionist he posted.
Can somebody post the fucking 4chan link so I can see this man's gains?
just search chimp chow.
For 900 grams of chow, which is like what the average adult human male would require for their calorie intake, that is 181 grams of protein, 45 grams of fat, and 218 grams of carbs. So like, if you're sitting there on 4chan, measuring out what you need to eat to get gains, I understand why eventually you might end up going to chimp food. it's a lot of fucking protein. It's very dense in protein.
Yeah, no, I mean,
actually got pretty big.
Yeah, no, you saw it?
Yeah, but he probably smells like hot dog water.
He smells absolutely terrible, just rancid. Although one thing the nutritionist didn't mention that I sort of did the math on myself is that 181 grams of protein is pretty good, 218 grams of carbs pretty bad unless you're doing like a lot of stuff besides just weightlifting, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist.
Well, a lot of aerobic exercise.
Yeah. The thing with this chow is that it's about 12.5% fiber content, I believe. So if my math is correct, that means you would be getting about 110 grams of fiber a day. The recommended daily amount of fiber for a human is about 35 grams. That's at least triple that.
Yeah.
So if you ate this diet, like no preparation, no like fiber loading beforehand, I guess, to, get your gut biome adjusted, you would probably shit your pants.
Okay, and so what? He's losing water weight.
Yeah, no, he is losing what, like he.
Honestly, I've been thinking, damn, I should go get some fiber supplements. My gut hasn't been doing too great.
If you
maybe I should just get on this.
Maybe you should just get on
diet.
You might have some interesting bowel movements.
Eat a sheet of notebook paper. That's fine.
You just need a notebook paper.
I'm sure it has fiber in it.
Not fucking around. I used to eat paper.
Alright, let's derail this entire podcast so you can explain what the fuck you just said.
I'm just like, when I was like a kid, like I would just like chew on the paper and then like I would eat it.
Uh-huh.
But it was like, it was good. Paper's not bad.
No, I mean the chimps.
We should put you in enclosure with the chimps.
Maybe I had a fiber deficit as a kid or something, and I just needed it. And
The-
it was just
The chimps do a couple of interesting things to aid their digestive process along. If they're not digesting anything, they have longer digestive tracts than us, so it's good for them to be constantly digesting things. It's also why they can handle more fiber than us without shitting themselves.
Well, don't they eat like bamboo? Does bamboo grow in Africa?
Yeah, I actually didn't know that, but it does. I'm not sure
No
how much
way.
of it chimps eat, though, but one thing they'll eat is their own shit sometimes, just to like keep...
Same.
Yeah, and in captivity, I've noticed that when we give them their like paper bags full of, monkey chow,
Shit.
they will eat the bags along with the chow.
Okay, see, the chimps are onto something, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not unnatural necessarily, it's just flavorless, but, they also eat their own shit, so, if that's the hill you want to die on, then...
So, okay, why they have longer digestive tracts than us? They're like shorter than 5'10".
No, chimps are pretty short.
I mean, I'm assuming it's because they eat fucking insanely different stuff than us.
Yeah, no, so they're almost entirely frugivorous. They eat mostly like...
What?
Yeah, they eat mostly fruit, leaves, and occasionally vegetables, and rarely, like, red meat and insects. Red meat and insects are a very small part of their diet, but they can eat it, and they do. It's just they mostly eat, like, fibrous food, which means in order to sort of keep that digestive process flowing at a healthy rate, I guess, they evolved to have longer digestive tracts. Same is true of gorillas.
Well, that's a big part of intelligence development too. Is like being able to eat red meat.
Yeah,
Carnivores
I
are
think that
more
is-
intelligent, so
I
like
assume
just in
that's
general.
True. Yeah.
If we made chimps cannibals, would they all become way smarter?
They are already cannibals. We
They are
discussed
already
this in the one
sometimes
other
cannibals.
episode we've done.
Right, yeah, we did discuss this last
We did
time.
talk about this.
Did the surviving chimps of that war, were they smarter for it?
Again, that's like it would need to be like an over millions of years of evolution thing, but
Did they turn into like the man-eating tiger paradox, where now they just want to eat people? Or
You
they
know,
just wanna
let's
eat
move
other
on to
chimps?
our questions. Could Winston the gorilla happen in real life?
Are chimps horny?
Yeah, just give that gorilla a bunch of fucking steaks every night.
yeah.
Load him up.
So,
Winston the gorilla.
Did you hear my question?
what was your question?
How horny are chimps? Do they just be fucking each other all the time?
In
Do
captivity, I
chimps
haven't.
engage in homosexual acts?
Yes, but let me give some background here for a second. So, the sort of group I work with, all the males are extremely old. One of them is like at the life expectancy for male chimps, and he does not know what to do with pussy. Like he
40 fucking 1 years and no ass.
yeah, no, so yeah, he just the older chimps don't really know what pussy is. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to fuck. But the younger chimps have figured it out through sheer willpower. And let me tell you, some of these they don't have sex that often because they're older. But the older chimps, they get a little
What?
they get a little
The
crazy.
younger, older chimps?
Yeah, like all the chimps are
younger
older,
chimps
but
old. Gotcha.
the older chimps on the younger
Uh-huh.
end of the spectrum.
The Gen X chimps?
Yeah, the Gen X chimps.
The Gen Xers.
I mean, I've seen chimps just like, I mean, the younger
Tell
they
me
are, the
more.
more they jack off. The female chimps don't just like give it up for free, always, so to speak. But they do have sex. They do engage in oral sex.
No way.
Yeah, no, like
Let me get
the way that
They get chimp head?
yeah, no, the way that chimps do it is pretty creative. Like, I've seen a female chimp get like on top of the bars and like lower her like pussy down onto a male chimp's face while he's laying down, and he just like eats her out like that. I'm sorry, this is disgusting, but it is kind of fascinating.
I like that chimps eat out their women more often than like humans do.
Yeah, But
Speak for your fucking self.
yeah, come on, Chin.
Okay,
Can I
damn,
conference my girl?
here.
Can I conference my
I've never
girlfriend
eaten
in?
out a girl because I've never fucked a girl. I do guys. I fuck men.
You know,
And there's
and that's
nothing
a
you can
that's
do
a
to
good
stop
segue.
it. That's a good segue. Let's learn about these gay ass chimps.
Yeah. Okay. So there is this very short chimp. He's referred to among caretakers as the Twink, affectionately.
No.
Hell yeah.
He's actually about the size of a female chimp, which makes it kind of confusing sometimes. But so what
Oh
he's
my god, it's a femboy chimp.
stop. Okay, but
Is he supple and readable?
well, okay, so what he does is to like sort of garner favor among the alpha male chimps is he has sex with them. Like yeah, like that's just what he does. Like
That's a real easy, real good way to do
he just
that.
like backed the alpha into a corner and started like sucking his dick. And you know it worked. I guess he's pretty popular in that villa, but you know.
Wait. How does that work? How big are their dicks? I'm serious because like I know gorillas have like really tiny dicks compared to how big they are.
It really depends. Like it varies. Like humans, all of them are very thin compared to ours, but they can be pretty long. I guess their balls are about human size too. Honestly,
Are they like red rockets? Are they like in them?
they're
and then they come out?
they're very
Or they're
pink, not red.
but are they like hidden most of the time?
Not hidden, but when
You
they're
know how like a dog's dick comes out?
well, yeah, they don't like sheath, but when they're flaccid, they are very small and hard to like see. Yeah, no. So what was I talking about? Gay chimps? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Talk
So
about the twink.
there was this like reintroduction from this chimp who had been isolated due to sickness, and the first person that the first chimp he was reintroduced to after the period of isolation or quarantine was one of his like best friends, and the second they saw each other they were excited and they ran over and started having butt sex for a couple of seconds, and then they like hugged each other and then they were friends again.
Do they
As-
go all
as
the way
agreed.
in? They go
Yeah,
all
like
the way
it was
into the butt?
sort of a I couldn't tell if it was all the way in. I was watching from a distance, but it's sort of like a dominance thing, honestly. They have a very Greek take on gay sex, I think. But it was sort of like to just re-establish their power structure the second they saw each other again, but that is the very first thing they did before like anything else.
So you're saying it's not gay to top in chimp culture?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not gay to top in chimp culture.
Okay.
Let me think. My brain is like the gears are spinning in my brain thinking about gay
I'm
chimp
just
sex
trying to
right
think
now.
about how a chimp could suck a dick without like biting it off with those big old teeth.
Yeah, so I mean that's actually a big part of like chimpanzee trust culture, especially among males. The genitals and fingers are, I mean obviously more so genitals, but all like small appendages like that are very like well protected, like sensitive things, and when chimps fight each other, if they're trying to like kill or maim each other, generally they will go for the groin and try to like bite that off first thing, just to make like it's less of a spite thing, I guess, and more of like a sort of an evolutionary response of, you know, I'm gonna make sure you can never reproduce with anyone ever again to like eliminate the competition. But when chimps trust each other, they will put, you know, their finger in another chimp's mouth, and if the other chimp doesn't bite their finger off, then that's a sign of trust. You know, that means like, hey, we're friends, we're allies, I can trust you with anything, you'll have my back in a fight. Another thing they'll do is they will start grabbing each other's balls and or penis and start like jerking each other off without ripping off the penis. Because
Let's go.
although he has the power to rip off that chimp's penis, he is not. He is showing that chimp that he has, you know, the power to betray him, but he's not doing it. So that's like one of the biggest ways
Need
to
to do that
establish
with the
trust
fellas.
among male chimps. Yeah, no, as opposed to humans who sort of just jealously guard their most sensitive organs, chimps are like, they offer it as like a sign of trust because you're like literally putting your future and your children's future in their hands, literally. But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, so there is an aspect of homosexuality to it, definitely. I don't know if homosexuality as a concept exists for chimps, like I said earlier, but it is.
Chimps just be fucking.
Yeah,
They
I think they
fucking,
just be
yeah.
fucking.
They
yeah.
just be fucking.
Chimps be fucking.
Chimps be fucking. We're never getting sponsored.
We're never getting sponsored. MeUndies, if you're listening, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Do they make chimp MeUndies?
I don't know. I don't think you could convince a chimp to wear underwear. Maybe a diaper.
I think you
but...
could convince a chimp to do anything if you jack him off.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. So, let's move on to the other questions, because I do have something to introduce at the end and a challenge I'm proposing, which I've made you guys aware of, I think.
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind. But anyways, to finish answering
I'll learn firsthand.
yeah, to finish answering the Winston the gorilla question, I want to say no, because things like Coco the gorilla and, Kanzi the bonobo and Nim Chimpsky or whatever, those attempts to teach primates human sign language and such have all been like good for media attention and YouTube videos, but in terms of actual scientific data, not much of usable things have come out of that. Like as cute as Coco the gorilla hanging out with Robin Williams was, it wasn't really like, most of the time, like 90% of what is not shown, the only signals these chimps are making are give me grape, you give me orange, give me banana, give now. Like, those are the main ones they sort of just by default do, because because
things they do that make people give them food.
Yeah, they learn that if they do these things that have no meaning to them, the humans will give them treats that they want, so they'll keep doing it, but they don't really care about or even necessarily know what the significance of what they're doing is. I had a coworker who, in his master's program, had a Skype call with Kanzi the bonobo with his class, and they were directed to sort of give questions to Kanzi that he could answer, but they canceled the call after every single question he was asked. He responded by pressing the give me grapes button. Like, they would be like, oh, so Kanzi, how's life in your research facility? And he would just be like, grape, grape, grape.
Okay, well, did somebody give him a fucking grape?
Yeah, I know. I mean, someone should have given him a grape, honestly. Maybe he was refusing to answer any questions unless he was fed first. But
maybe these gorillas and chimps are so smart they know not to let humans on.
Yeah, no.
What about Amy the gorilla, or is that from that Michael Crichton book?
I don't.
Amy the gorilla.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I only know Coco the gorilla.
No, I think that's from a movie.
Okay, well.
It's Congo. It's the book Congo by Michael Crichton, and then in that book, there's a bunch of super smart gray gorillas who have these like big cement paddles or stone paddles, and they smash in people's heads. This off topic. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, no. Noam Chomsky actually has a section on his website dedicated to. It's called On the Myth of Ape Language. I think he was particularly offended by them naming the chimp after him, because he wrote like a really long and sarcastic paragraph about this chimp's life. Let me see if I can find it. He said, interesting story about poor Nim. The experiment was carried out by a very serious psychologist, but a student, after the experiment was done, reviewed the footage and frame by frame and found that the chimp was picking up on the researcher's social cues, body language, and other things to figure out what signs he should use that would give him the banana. And he would basically just throw signs out there that he thought would give him the banana until it worked. So he wasn't really learning anything. But at the end of this extremely sarcastic, passive-aggressive paragraph, he says, "Then comes the sad part. Chimps can get pretty violent as they get older, so they were going to send him to chimp heaven, but the experimenters had fallen in love with him and tried hard to save him. He was finally sent off to some sort of chimp farm upstate where he presumably died peacefully, signing the Lord's Prayer in his last moments." So like, there's like a lot
Christian
of
chimp.
there's a lot of beef between
So-
Noam Chomsky and this.
So, like, here's what I'm thinking.
Mim Chimsky.
Yeah.
What if we just emailed Noam Chomsky?
We could email
on the
him, but he
podcast.
would. Like he's just sifting through thousands of emails of Twitter guys who are like asking him about his opinion on the latest discourse, and he's just like, yeah, I think that's an interesting perspective. Then he gets a notification that says like, hey, what's your thoughts on chimp language?
Wanna
And
come
he's-
talk
he's
shit
just like,
about
oh,
monkeys?
fucking finally! And he gets like his wrinkles fade back, his hair grows back in. The curse has been lifted.
We just send him a DM with a chimp flipping him off that just says Nim sends his regards. That's what he does.
Nim sends his regards, bitch.
Damn. I'm also doing my job right now, so hold on.
Oh god.
Let's pull up the next
Nothing like
question.
podcasting on company
If
time.
I walked into the jungle with a full suit of plate mail and a claymore, how many apes/chimps could I take out before they overwhelm me? The answer is 0. You're going to be too slow in plate mail.
No.
Nope,
I
you're going to
disagree.
be
I
too
disagree.
slow in plate mail. One chimp is going to punch it and crush your rib cage through it, and your claymore is fucking useless because it's too heavy and too slow to use effectively on something fast like a chimp.
Okay, I think the answer is 1. You get 1.
Like
I
by
think
surprise,
you get,
like the first
you
one.
You get the first one, but the second one, that's too much. that's already too much. They are too small. They are too fast.
I have to agree with Greg, honestly. What I'm imagining is you're stepping into a coliseum with a social group of chimps on the other side, and they see you approaching, and they sense danger. They start coordinating an attack pattern. You sort of approach them, but they're backing up, so you decide, I've got to charge this chimp. You run at them, they all scatter, they surround you, they start beating the shit out of you from all sides. The hollow clanging of your armor is deafening you and disorienting you. They're breaking all of your bones through the armor, they're ripping it off, you've lost the claymore for a long time by now, and they're just beating you to death before you could
It's
even
been gone forever. Yeah.
they wouldn't even.
Okay, I agree
They
there.
wouldn't even let you take any of them by surprise. They would have coordinated some sort of group formation by the time you even got close enough to harm them.
I agree. If you're in a coliseum and the chimps are squat up, you don't have a chance. But this dude is walking into a jungle.
That is
Okay,
true.
you're definitely fucking losing then. You can't swing the claymore.
Yeah, you got to consider the trees. How you're gonna?
I still
you can't
think-
get a full swing of the claymore with vines and trees in the way.
A claymore is 5 feet long, alright? And let's just also take into account that when chimps do fight, it's like with a psychosis, it's like fucking psycho rage, okay? Even if you can get it swinging fast enough to get through the vines, it's not going to get fast enough to cut one in half. So they're just going to catch it, look at you with murder in their eyes, and kill you anyway.
You're just gonna piss them off.
I think you could get one good stab in at least.
I don't think you do. I
Maybe,
think you
not
get
a
0.
swipe, maybe not a slash, but a stab. I think 1 at least.
Maybe
Okay,
you might.
okay.
They might die.
And
of
I don't
sepsis
think
later.
I could. I couldn't do that. If somebody was
If I walked
dumb
into
enough,
the jungle.
if somebody was like, I'm gonna get armored up and walk into a jungle, that person who has that gall to do that could get 1.
Maybe you might puncture one of them, like an old one, and they die of gangrene later. But all right, I
Here's
think
the deal.
I think the general
You
sentiment is
lose.
that you lose either way.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
and now to-
appreciate that the asker said at the end, before they overwhelm me, because they are they understand
know.
fully well that this is a suicide mission.
You're getting 0 chimps though, bud.
Yeah, I think you're getting 0.
Now here's the funniest question I can think of, and I hope I don't get canceled, but thoughts on the lab at my school that studies autism and is specifically trying to searching and breeding for autistic macaques.
Oh, I didn't even read the breeding part. They're trying to make them
so
autistic. That's absurd.
That's what I don't.
They're trying to make neurodivergent macaques.
I don't understand that. Like, I guess it's not like. I mean, in terms of morals, I don't know.
Not good.
It's not like,
not great.
Like, I guess it's not like you're not like cursing them. It's more of just like a. I just don't understand like the understanding of autism in humans is more like based on social understanding than it is any sort of like observable diagnosis to my knowledge. And
well, we all know it's because you get too many vaccines.
Oh God!
And so, they're just vaccinating macaques for like polio, and then they're like, oh no, he's autistic.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, I mean, I've seen a chimp that gets overstimulated while displaying, and it, shows some weird behaviors, but to say that's autism, like, from what medical basis would you be able to definitively say this macaque has autism? Like, you could just be inbreeding macaques and giving them horrible disfigurements that aren't autism while trying to give them autism, which, why are you trying to do that in the first place? Like, what is the goal of this research exactly?
Yeah,
like,
that's the question that comes to me. Like,
you could just like study a person with autism to understand human autism.
Yeah, just ask an autistic person.
Yeah,
hey,
like,
what's good?
hey, what's going on in your mind?
Yeah, they're people. I feel like scientists forget that sometimes.
Yeah, no, I don't understand why giving a monkey autism would give you any sort of insight onto how autism like developed evolutionarily, I guess. Like, I mean, maybe, but I think that's just a weird experiment. I don't know. I'm good. That's all I'm going to say about it. Here's our final question. Why the orangutan face dent? So,
excuse me?
Yeah. So
what the fuck are they asking?
They're asking why orangutans have that big, like, weird fat face.
I'm not answering. I'm not answering this
orangutan.
question until they spell orangutan right. They're on the internet. Spell check exists.
So,
the scientific name for orangutans is Pongo.
Yeah, it's a very cute scientific name.
Pongo's the entire like order.
Let's fucking go.
Family.
Yeah,
Pongo is
there's a couple of subspecies of orangutan.
Pongo's
but
the order is primate.
Okay, it's
the scientific name of orangutan.
It's primate, Pongo, and then gorillas are Pongo. They're all Pongo.
Well, chimps and bonobos are Pongo.
Oh, the genus Pongo.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm a genus.
There's a couple of subspecies of orangutan, although that may just be a conservation thing so that they could get more money. Like, primate conservation is kind of like a rough world where you have to invent new species that don't really technically exist just to get more money to save these species in the first place. It's kind of like fighting for scraps, but anyways, they all have this sort of flanged facial structure, but they don't all have them. Females don't develop them, and a lot of males don't develop them. Only certain males with a lot of like testosterone, and it's not like predetermined. Like, you could spend most of your life as a incel, no cheek pouch orangutan, then one day you just like step up, become the alpha of your group, and suddenly you have these big ass cheeks. It's really like there's a lot of speculation about it, but no definitive like proof of what causes it. Like, it could be a response to change in hormone levels, it could be a pheromonal response, some scientists say, because orangutans are mostly solitary, and if you say if you detected a female in the area, generally they only mate with the flanged males, so that it could just be like a random chance based off of that. But it is like a alpha dominance sort of situation, and it's more than likely, if you were an orangutan, you would not end up as one of the ones with the big, huge cheek pouches. It's an unfortunate world. The top 1% of orangutans get 99% of all orangutan pussy.
The orangutan pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a real
Did somebody say orangutan?
world. Yeah.
Orangussy?
Orangussy.
Okay.
I think that's a good sentence to start plugging our coffee in.
Yeah.
So I
Let's
set
wrap this
up
up.
a coffee. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's the website where you give us money, and so
Yeah.
my
I think it's supposed to be pronounced coffee because like the tagline's like buy us a cup of coffee, right?
yeah. So
Have we made any money yet?
no, because I haven't posted
We
it
haven't
or
plugged it yet.
advertised it yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is me introducing it to the world right now. So, my idea is that rather than send it to my blog on Tumblr, if you have a question that you really, really want answered, that we are absolutely 100% going to answer, like, as a guarantee, you could send us, like, $1 or something, or however much you feel like giving us, and ask us a question that we have to answer, even if it sucks.
Even if it's the worst.
Even if it's
You guys
the
haven't
worst
given
shit.
us a good one yet, so.
Yeah, you got to step up your game. But
Nah, but also, on that note, then I think maybe with my new grift, I think I can get us some T-shirts,
you're gonna get us T-shirts.
merch inbound in the future, boys.
All right, I didn't know about this, but maybe we'll have a T-shirt. But this brings me to my challenge, the Chimp Chow challenge. It's hashtag Chimp Chow challenge. So this guy, this psycho eating dog food, on 4chan.
Basically, yeah. Uh-huh.
He's onto something. As gross as it is, he is onto something. So, like I said earlier, I contacted a nutritionist to see how much you would need to eat in one day to get your full, like, caloric needs and, dietary needs. 909 grams of chow. If our coffee gets enough money to buy us all microphones that are bearable to listen to, I will eat nothing but chimp chow for an entire day.
I'll fucking do it too.
I will record it. I will record myself eating chimp chow.
I will eat it. I'll see. I don't know if I'll do it for an entire day, but I'll eat it.
We'll do
300
a
grams for
Hassan
breakfast,
Piker-esque
300
stream of us just eating chimp chow.
Just eating this horrible food. 300 grams for breakfast, 300 for lunch, 300 for dinner. I will eat it all on recording. I don't know if it'll be live, because if I shit my pants, I don't want that to be live. But I will eat it all and record it. I swear to God. So the monetary goal would be like, I guess like $200, $150, somewhere around there. It'd have to be,
Yeah.
I would say by the end of November would be the goal here, but...
Episode 2, we're begging for money. How many listens did we get on the first one?
Oh, like 600. If everybody
No
sent
fucking way,
$1,
really?
we could triple our goal. That's all I'm saying.
600
that?
people. 600 people listen to me talk about how Tia Jane Goodall fucked gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they
My
were
grandma
captivated.
listened to it too. I don't know who sent it to
fame
her.
is a
but...
drug that I've had too much of.
Yeah, someone sent this to my grandma, so sorry about that, Grandma. But
I sent it to my mom.
I will literally eat all of that. But this is my promise to you, my viewers.
I have a real job. I can afford to buy the chimp chow. It's cool.
It's really not that much money either, but I get it for free.
It's $1 a pound?
Yeah, it's about $25 for 25 pounds. You'd have a lot of extra at the end, though, unless you want to keep eating it, which you could.
Well, I can use it for survival food for when the collapse comes.
Yeah, no, I mean that you absolutely could.
Ha ha. Yeah, I'm joking.
How long does chimp food stay good?
Again, this is like freeze dried, like borderline dog food, Soylent chimp.
Oh,
so
it
forever.
stays good forever, basically. Like it's condensed, like soy extract, basically. Like it's vegan and it's not particularly healthy, which is why it's used for chimps and only a part of their diet.
Yeah, because
usually.
fuck chimps.
But it does get you all your nutrients that you need, so you could do it. Let's see. But yeah, no, I will literally do that. So this is my challenge to you. Maybe I'll clip this and post it as a part of the advertisement for this episode.
Yeah, on the tweet. Yeah, go
on the
crazy.
tweet. But yeah, I will. If we get $200, I will record myself eating 900 grams of chimpanzee food.
Same.
So yeah, pretty intense, I guess.
I'll make my girlfriend video me eating it.
See, I'm gonna have like people that I work with witnessing me doing this, so it'll be.
Hey babe, do you want to watch me do something totally unhinged for the internet?
Want to see me like do something just absolutely disgusting?
I'm giving up. I'm gonna be a scammer and a grifter. We can keep this in or we can cut this out. But I've been learning how to grift. Okay, I go on Pinterest. And I look at the trending hashtags. I steal the clip art. I just take it, and then I go over to this print shop, a print on demand thing. I create a T-shirt in a store there. I create a shirt or a sweater or a jacket or something with that art on it, and then I link it to an Etsy store, and then people buy it because it's trending, and then I just collect money.
No way! Hold on, you are literally one of those people who, when you like say, I want this on a T-shirt on Twitter, you're one of those bot accounts that replies and go like, here you go. You've been selling like 10 NFTs a day.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do is like just grift, because like honestly, dude, there's no way out. There's no way out of the economy anymore. So like I'm just gonna grift. That's why I put
whatever. If people want to buy
Shiba
some
coin
shitty
today.
Shirts, then whatever.
Exactly. They're like
judge you.
shitty screen printed shirts from like Vietnam or something, and fuck it.
Yeah.
I just do it. That's why. Fuck it. I put money into Shiba coin. If it goes to like 50 cents, I'll have like $300,000.
Well, I don't know.
My mom
that.
literally says the same thing every single day. I just bought this new coin. If it goes to 10 cents, we'll be millionaires.
Honestly, if Shiba coin goes to like 10, if Shiba coin goes if Shiba coin goes to 10 cents, I'll have $100,000.
Well, let me know how that goes. Maybe you can fund our podcast.
Fuck you! I'm running away. I'm going to Canada.
Well then, okay.
What's in Canada?
Why Canada?
I'm gonna move to like
you've already run away. You've already moved all the way to Utah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move to like a small mountain hamlet in like British Columbia. And then that way I'll avoid those Chinese ICBMs.
Oh my god. President Xi, send the missiles.
President Xi, please liberate my people.
I am living in
anyway,
illegitimate Yankee regime.
when we were talking about the Ivory Coast before, all I could think of was like unbridled rage at how the government of the Ivory Coast aided and abetted the French in killing Thomas Sankara.
Oh, no, don't bring up Thomas Sankara. You're gonna start a whole 30-minute segue tangent.
He's my actual hero. He's my hero.
We'll save that for another episode. For now?
When? There's no episode for us to do communism in.
Every episode we can do communism in.
What do we want to talk about?
We should do a chimp economy episode.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a book called Chimpanzee Politics that I would recommend reading, because they do have a sort of political system, and...
You're gonna make me read a book?
I'll make you read so many books.
You think I even read theory? No. I read What Is to Be Done one time, and I was like, that's it, I'm a Leninist.
I'm done.
I'm like, I get to be snarky and kill Trotsky. I love it.
Alright, well, I think that's good enough for one episode. I'm Austin.
I think so.
At Piss Vortex.
Oh wait, we shouldn't keep any of that shit in that we just did.
I think it's a great little.
We'll keep
something to put at the end. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, I'm Chandran. You can find me at Moon's Gift on Twitter.
I'm Greg. You can find me at gmateo2 on the twitter.com.
And this has been Gorilla Radio Show. Now we're gonna fade out to that like shitty edit I made in like an hour.
Yeah, we gotta get a new one. I'm
kidding.
Of those.
I'm gonna find a different song.
I'm
gonna find something better.
Maybe like why don't you do like the Jungle Book theme?
just play. I don't know. We can't just play Gorilla Radio Show because it's on Spotify. So.
You mean Gorilla Radio?
Yeah.
Honestly, how did we even get away with putting a Nintendo song in the first episode? That's some.
I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't been assassinated yet.
We should just anything within fair use. We just got to speed it up or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll put in like a shitty Nightcore version of Gorilla Radio. And with that, I will see you later.
Just put like 100 Gex song.
Yeah, just any 100 Gex song.
Hey, speaking of 100 Gex in Asheville this Sunday, if this goes up by then, I don't know, find me. Let's fucking party, I guess.
Find Chandran. Get him.
Wait, fuck, fellas, we didn't do anything. It's the Halloween episode. We didn't do anything for it.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we didn't do any spooky chimp stuff.
Yeah, happy chimp or treat. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Chimp or treat?
Yeah, chimp or treat. That's the only thing I got.
You think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough? You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Oh, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And then you'd love it. You text me I love you. And then I'd fucking toast you.